The world is a strange place, full of beauty, yes, but also full of shadows, dark corners where secrets whisper and disappearances remain unsolved. Imagine this, a young woman driving on a lonely road. Her car crashes. She's there 1 minute, gone the next. No explanation, no goodbye. That's Maura Murray's story. What happened to them? Where did they go? These are the questions that haunt us. Picture a young woman, 21 years old, with her whole life ahead of her. That was Maura Murray. She was a student studying to be a nurse, but her bright future seemed to dim on that cold February day. Something was wrong. We know she packed her things almost in a hurry. Clothes, toiletries, even a printed email exchange about a minor accident she'd had in her father's car a few days prior. She left her dorm at the University of Massachusetts Amherst, leaving behind a note for her professors claiming a family emergency. But there was no emergency. What secrets did Maura carry with her on that lonely drive? The road was dark, the air thick with falling snow. Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire, a winding ribbon of asphalt cutting through the remote snow-covered landscape. It was here, on this desolate stretch of road, that Maura's journey took a turn for the worse. Around 7:30 p.m., a passing motorist noticed her car, a dark sedan off the road and wedged against a snowbank. The car's engine was still running, the hazard lights blinking feebly in the gathering darkness. A young woman, presumably Maura, was inside. She seemed shaken but unharmed. The motorist, a local bus driver, offered to call for help. Maura, however, declined. Minutes later, another car passed by the scene. This time, the car was empty. When the police arrived, the scene was eerily quiet. The car was empty, the driver's side door locked. A search of the immediate area revealed no footprints in the snow, no sign of a struggle, no indication of where Maura could have gone. The lack of any trace of her whereabouts fueled a firestorm of speculation and conspiracy theories. May 25th, 1996, Memorial Day weekend, a time for barbecues, sunshine, and the promise of summer. But for 19-year-old Kristin Smart, a freshman at Cal Poly, this weekend would mark a tragic and abrupt end to her future. Kristin, like many others, headed to a party off campus, eager to join in the revelry. It was a typical college party filled with laughter, music, and the carefree spirit of youth. Kristin, dressed in a black top and jeans, blended into the crowd, her laughter mingling with the music. Friends remembered her dancing, her eyes sparkling with joy. As the night wore on and the party dwindled, Kristin found herself without a ride back to her dorm. It was almost midnight, and she was alone, intoxicated, and vulnerable. It was then that a fellow student, Paul Flores, approached her. Witnesses last saw Kristin with Paul, stumbling slightly as they walked away from the party and into the darkness. As days turned into weeks and the search for Kristin intensified, a dark cloud of suspicion began to gather around Paul Flores. He had been the last person seen with Kristin, and his story, riddled with inconsistencies, did little to quell the growing concern. He claimed he had left Kristin near her dorm, but her room told a different story. The police questioned him, searched his dorm room, but found nothing conclusive. Kristin had vanished, leaving behind only a void of unanswered questions and a trail of whispers that followed Paul wherever he went. Kristin's family, refusing to give up hope, became tireless advocates for their daughter's case. They organized searches, held vigils, and kept her memory alive, their hearts aching with each passing year. The case remained cold for years, a frustrating maze of dead ends and unanswered questions. But even in the face of despair, a flicker of hope remained. In 2021, over 2 decades after Kristin's disappearance, the case took an unexpected turn. New evidence painstakingly gathered by investigators and fueled by advancements in forensic technology finally shed light on the dark secrets that had been buried for so long. Armed with this new information, law enforcement finally had what they needed to make an arrest. Paul Flores, the man who had long been suspected in Kristin's disappearance, was taken into custody. But even with Paul Flores' arrest, a crucial piece of the puzzle remained missing. Kristin's body. Where had he taken her that night? What had he done with her? The trial of Paul Flores was a media sensation, captivating the nation, bringing back the pain of Kristin's disappearance with renewed intensity. In Charlottesville, Virginia, home to the prestigious University of Virginia, a place known for its academic excellence and vibrant student life. It was here in this idyllic setting that 18-year-old Hannah Graham, a bright and promising student, was last seen alive. It was a Friday night, September 12th, 2014. The air was electric with the anticipation of the weekend. Students, eager to unwind after a long week of classes, flocked to the downtown mall, a bustling pedestrian area filled with shops, restaurants, and bars. Hannah, dressed in a black crop top and jeans, was out with friends, celebrating a birthday. As the night wore on, the group moved from bar to bar, their laughter mingling with the music. A labyrinth of streets and alleyways came alive with a different kind of energy as the night deepened. The crowds thinned, the music faded, and shadows stretched longer, concealing the city's darker corners. It was in this unsettling transition from the vibrancy of the evening to the stillness of the early morning hours that Hannah Graham disappeared. Grainy security footage, later released to the public, showed Hannah walking unsteadily along the downtown mall. She appeared disoriented, lost, her movement suggesting someone who was intoxicated and alone. At one point, she was seen running, as if trying to escape from something or someone. Then, a chilling sequence of images. Hannah, captured on camera, outside a gas station, approached by a man. The man, later identified as Jesse Matthew, was seen talking to Hannah, his demeanor seemingly casual, even friendly. The disappearance of Hannah Graham sent shockwaves through Charlottesville and beyond. The community, once known for its charm and tranquility, was now gripped by fear and uncertainty. Students, once accustomed to the freedom of campus life, were now accompanied by friends, their laughter replaced by nervous glances over their shoulders. The University of Virginia, once a sanctuary of learning and intellectual pursuit, became the epicenter of a massive search effort. Students, faculty, and community members, united by a shared sense of grief and determination, fanned out across the city, combing through parks, wooded areas, and abandoned buildings, desperate for any sign of Hannah. The realization that a predator might be walking among them, hiding in plain sight, sent chills down the spines of even the most hardened residents. The stories of Maura, Kristin, and Hannah, while unique in their details, share a chilling common thread: the presence of a predator lurking in the shadows, waiting for the opportune moment to strike. These individuals, often hiding in plain sight, blend into the fabric of society, their true nature masked by a veneer of normalcy. Jesse Matthew, the man last seen with Hannah Graham, was no stranger to the criminal justice system. His past was littered with accusations of violence against women, red flags that, tragically, were not heeded in time. Paul Flores, the prime suspect in Kristin Smart's disappearance, had also been the subject of suspicion and scrutiny for years. Though justice was slow in coming, the truth eventually emerged, revealing the sinister intentions that lay beneath his facade of normalcy. These cases force us to confront an unsettling reality: that predators walk among us, their true motives often hidden until it's too late. The stories of Maura Murray, Kristin Smart, and Hannah Graham serve as chilling reminders of the darkness that can lurk beneath everyday life. We may never know what happened to Maura on that lonely New Hampshire road. For Kristin Smart's family, the arrest of Paul Flores brought some justice, but the pain of not knowing her final resting place remains. Hannah Graham's story is a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of violence against women. These cases, though unconnected, share the common thread of loss and the chilling realization that sometimes the monsters are real. They remind us to cherish our loved ones, be vigilant, and never stop seeking answers. For Maura, Kristin, Hannah, and to all those who have vanished, we must never stop searching for answers. Thank you all for watching. This was my first ever video I created, so let me know how well I did in the comments. Any critiques would be greatly appreciated. Let me know your personal, scary stories in the comments as well. Regardless, stay safe out there.